Hey guys, I'm HP. This is Dr. Pink, and today's topic is Easy Pro Hard Rock Lead Guitar. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button, and also join the HPCrazy Guitar Academy with a free member account or a premium member. Okay, so what are we talking about today? I'll show you guys. It's really cool. Sounds quite impressive, looks difficult, but it ain't. So let's get started. Alright guys, this tune is in A minor. So we're playing the A minor pentatonics, and we need only two positions, the two main positions, in order to perform this easy professional hard rock lead guitar. So we're using the root position, well, position number one of the. We're using this one here. We're using position number 4, which is the second often used one. This will be this one here. And of course, position number 1 again, up here in the, oh my god, 12th, 15th, 17th fret. And you already saw I have quite big hands, and in the high position I cannot do the regular fingering as down here, so I use another fingering. I don't use the pinky anymore here. Which is quite okay. So we're using basically two positions. The backing track is really simple. That's the backing track, just that you know how it works. I'm gonna tap that one out for you if you're interested, but this is not now the main topic today, but just that you have an idea what is happening, or you want to make your own backing track. So that's the ring guitar. So now, how do we build up the whole thing? I'm having basically 3 licks which I'm performing, and the rest is just the way you play hard rock guitar in general. So one thing is a really standard opening lick is this one here. You can do either with hammer on here in 16 notes, here in the 5th fret, but what I did before, I played it palm muted. Also works. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's really simple. But now comes the trick. If you play this simple lick, you repeat it, but the second time you play, you don't start on the beat, you start on the off beat. This way the accent moves, and it creates this really cool thing. So, oh wow, that sounds cool, you know. I'll show you. So it starts, this was a 1, and then it starts in 2 and 1. And that makes the accent move. It's really cool. And it opens up the whole thing. You know, it's like chess. You open up with one thing, and then this leads to the second thing. So this is the opening phrase. Repeat it again. And now an answer comes, and bendings are really important, and it's cool if you jump into high bending. You jump here, position 4 in the 15th fret. Okay? So And if you want to make bending sound dramatic, the best thing is to repeat it 3 times. So I played it 3 times. And then it resolves, okay? Then you play the whole thing again. And then you make it sound more dramatic. You go in the high bending here on the 15th fret, also position number 4. It's really cool. I'm going to show you now. I play without delay. Now I'm going to switch on the delay. This makes it sound more effective, and the delay is on the quarter beat of the tune. So let's see how this works. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. See how effective this sounds? This was not much to do, okay? Yeah, so now we build up the whole thing. We put on more intention into the whole thing. I mean, the bendings are really important. You know, they look quite easy, but they aren't so easy. You know, you need to really practice. But you really hit the pitch, you know. Also, this has to be. And on the, sometimes you might be afraid that you don't really hit it, but it's not so bad if you don't hit the pitch perfect, or maybe another string sounds as well. You know, a Swiss rock guitar. A guy once said, "Med racken" means if it sounds dirty, it doesn't matter. You know? Okay, and then we continue. Either we go back down or we go up. Then we go here in the 17th fret and make the bending here in the 20th. And the same thing has to be dramatic. I'm gonna show you the whole thing now. It's really quite simple, but it's really effective. Comes the other part. So we made it up here. Now we want to continue in the high position. As I said, we go here in the bending on a 12. And now we have to go back down because we can, well, we could go here. For my fingers, this one is really tough because I have really big fingers, you know, but sometimes this one is also cool. And really you have to practice in these positions that you're able to really get the bending and the pitch, okay? If you don't hit the pitch in the really high positions, that's quite bad, so you really have to practice it. And that now I made a lick down here to go back from the high position down to the lowest position. That was this one here. Here. It's really a simple one. Well, if you never played before, not so simple, but it's of all licks, it's quite a simple one. So we 5, pull off 8, 5. Here again it's. We keep the finger here as a barre in 60 notes. The whole figure is in 60 notes. And from here you take a second link lick to go even down one. Then you take this one here. Pull off 7 to 5. Then go back, all in 60 notes. And from here on, you make palm mute and just play down the blues scale. So you have two simple licks, but they really round up the whole thing and give the whole thing a professional touch. And it's still quite easy. So I'm gonna switch on the delay again, and it has not to be played exactly the way I showed. It's just some main licks, and you can shuffle them around, and with only with these licks you're gonna sound quite professional if you do the bendings nicely and don't miss the pitch. Let's go. It's really effective, and this is 100 BPM, and 100 BPM is quite a comfortable speed. Even if you play 60 notes, it's already quite fast, but still in the range of an amateur guitar player, you know. As like 120 BPM is probably the limit for an amateur player. So, but 110 is still quite easy, and yeah. And by the way, I missed the pitch here because I was talking too much, and that, as I said, if you miss the pitch on the high notes, that's probably not so good. But it doesn't really matter if you make it like, you know, something like this. Just then do it again, and that it sounds intentional. Yeah. And also another trick, if what I sometimes do, I just hit one in the open strings to close the gap between down here and up here, and I mean these are wrong notes. But as I said, medrak, so make it sound dirty. It doesn't really matter in sound the sound. Well, in the opposite, it sounds cool. It's like, whoa, what was that? But it was basically wrong notes. I'll show you. See, you didn't really hear. Oh, this delay was not here, that's why it was quite empty. But you didn't really hear that there were wrong notes. You just heard, and then, but then you really have to have those notes and then really exaggerate those bendings and really make it sound wild. And give this wild vibe into the soloing, and then you're gonna be quite cool on that. I'll show you once again with the delay on, because that's probably also a big add, as said. But when you work with delays, as you can hear, I have ping pong delay, 7 repeats, that's a lot of delay. That makes you sound extremely wide, but if you play with so much, it's on the quarter note of the song, as I said, 100 BPM. But when you work with so much here, you have to be really precise, because it doubles up everything. Well, it not triples, it repeats it 7 times. So if you make wrong notes, you have them 7 times. So in this case, you have to be really precise, but it makes you sound wide. Yeah, and if you have, if you're not so sure, just with the feedback level, you can put the repeats just on one repeat. That makes your life a bit easier. If you, the more repeats you're doing on the feedback level, the more precise you have to be. See, I basically just made the slash in the... If you hear it without the sound, you think, oh wow, so much noise. But in the sound, it gives, you know, this oomph. And better have more oomph than play too perfect. In hard rock, it's really important to have the oomph. Alright guys, that was easy Pro hard rock lead guitar. Some really simple tricks which make it sound great. I mean, you could create other licks, but the main thing is that you have these high notes that are coming like whoa, you have with the oomph. That's more important than to play fast runs, believe me on that. And you need like 1 or 2 palm muted runs as a contrast to the high notes. I mean, if you know more, it's cool too, but 2 are enough. 1 is probably not enough because then it's, you know, it sounds too boring. Or you do the trick which I showed you, play a short one and just move the accent. That's really a simple trick to make one little lick sound more interesting. Play it twice, but start on a different count number. The first is on 1, the second one on 2 and that makes it really sound interesting. And the rest get the oomph, make some noise, and then you're cool to go. And make the guitar face if you want. I'm not such an extroverted player, but I know some guys are doing that. Probably that's also needed if it has to be professional. You know. Good, what more to say? If you want to download the backing track which I used, plus the tabs of the licks which I showed, they're available in the HPCrazy Guitar Academy. Please join there with a free member account. There's a lot of cool stuff there for free members, but also for premium members, you have a lot of downloads and stuff. Yeah, you're gonna see if you go there. Good, me and Dr. Pinker saying goodbye for today.